Welcome back. This is Patrick Christys tonight. We're on GB News. Now, Labour may be celebrating today, but does the election of 5 Gaza-focused independents show that the party may have a major problem in the future? Labour majorities were slashed in areas with high Muslim populations across the country. West Streeting, for example, scraping a win with just 528 votes as his majority. One of the biggest shocks of the night was Jonathan Ashworth, who was in the shadow cabinet, losing his seat to Shokat Adam in Leicester South. Let's have a little look at what Mr. Adam has to say after his victory.
This is for the people of Gaza.
Interesting. It's not for the people of that particular area then, but there we go. Here with us to discuss the rise of the Gaza independence is James Giles, the former Chief of Staff to George Galloway. James, thank you very much. And also, as well, I should just say, it was quite a close-run thing for you, wasn't it, last night? Is that right? Well, you weren't far off getting elected yourself?
Well, look, we were the result that no one was expecting except us. Liam Byrne, who previously amassed a grand total of 35,000 votes in his constituency of Hodge Hill in Birmingham, that is held now for 20 years, was reduced to a meagre rump of some 10,000 votes. We were 1,500 votes shy in a seat that we ought to really never have been able to win by any conventional logic. And had it not been for the Green Party standing a candidate and splitting that pro-Palestinian vote, well, Liam Byrne would be out of office today.
OK, fair enough, and well done. And it always just take a lot of bottle to stand as a candidate in any seat. And hats off to everyone who does that. The fact is, though, you didn't win. George Galloway, of course, is out now after what is it now, a few months, I think, as Rochdale's MP. I do wonder whether or not actually it turns out that there aren't that many people in this country who would vote for Gaza over the place they live.
Well, no, I'm afraid I don't agree with that. I think the results have shown, with 5 independents elected, all explicitly pro-Palestine, pro-Gaza, that there's a big rump of people who do care about the issue of Palestine and Gaza. Look, let's be quite clear. The last time an independent won a seat in a general election was George Galloway, I believe in 2005, with Bethnal Green and Bow. It just doesn't happen. The Green Party, up until this election, had never managed to win any more than Brighton Pavilion. The system is rigged against these small parties. Look, I'm in favour of PR, but that's a separate conversation. So the fact that despite our electoral system, which favours Tweedledee or Tweedledum, that so many have cut through, I'm sorry, I just don't accept that premise.
Oh, I mean, look at places like, for example, Birmingham Ladywood. They made a huge amount of noise there. That independent Ahmed Yaqub, who's, I think it's fair to say, a little bit of a flash Harry, described as the Lamborghini-driving TikToker and solicitor. He made a heck of a lot of noise. Lost to Labour's Shabana Mahmood, who was under huge pressure because she decided not to vote for a ceasefire initially. That is an area in that part of the world with a huge Muslim population, a huge pro-Gaza thing. He did his entire campaign with the Palestinian flag behind him on all of his literature, and he lost. I mean, if you can't win there, then what's the point?
Well, no, look, Shabana was and is a political operator, and the Labour Party funnelled in resource from London to help her retain her seat. As in Rochdale, it was one of Labour's biggest areas they had to defend. She's now the Justice Secretary. She was the Shadow Justice Secretary, of course. They couldn't afford to lose her. But in areas like Hodge Hill, we ran them incredibly close. They didn't see us coming. And in areas like Blackburn, they had a win. Look, in Blackburn, almost 50% of people there didn't vote for Labour. Adnan won. And the Workers' Party candidate, Craig Murray, still amassed 20% of the vote from third place. In places like Dewsbury and Batley, independents have won. Leicester South. And so it goes on. And these are places where Labour never saw the challenge coming. And so it shows that when there's a real grassroots operation and people understand how to operate within the electoral system, the electoral paradigm we work in, that they can cut through and make a difference. Look, politics I don't think is going back into the box that it used to. People are awake. They know they can influence outcomes now, and I think we'll see much more of this in the years to come.
With respect, you mentioned there about the Labour Party funneling in resources from other parts of the country in order to try to drum up support for their candidate there, and I accept that they almost definitely or will have definitely done that, right? But you look as well at people like Rushanara Ali, elected as an MP for Bethnal Green and Stepney. Now, I was in her seat, and I was looking at the pro-Palestine demonstrations. And actually, a load of those people are bussed in from elsewhere as well, aren't they? And I just wonder if that is a tactic that's used to try to mask how little support there really is out there. Jess Phillips winning yesterday. In her speech there, she was heckled. She made the point, well, you don't particularly like a strong woman standing up in front of you, do you? She also said that some of her campaigners had their tyres slashed or let down, that there was abuse going on. I mean, are some of the pro-Palestine lot actually just quite a nasty bunch, do you think?
Don't seek to tar the hard work of activists as thugs simply on our side. We had a Workers' Party candidate stand in Sutton Coldfield on a pro-Palestine ticket, whose son was hospitalised after he was beaten up by 8 thugs that stood firmly against Palestine. So please don't seek to paint purely Palestinian protesters and Palestinian activists in that way. Any violence, of course, must be condemned in the strongest of terms. In the particular case you give of Bethnal Green and Stepney against Rushanara Ali, you will know, of course, that there was an element of vote splitting going on there. For a time, there were a number of independents on the ballot paper, which caused widespread confusion. I think what the results have also shown for people on the left of Labour, not just on Gaza and Palestine, but those seeking an independent alternative, is we must unite. If we split the vote under first past the post, that just results in a win for Labour.
OK. James, look, thank you very much. Great to have you on the show. Always much appreciated. And well done again for the result last night. And, do hope to chat to you again very soon. It's James Giles there from the Workers' Party of Britain. Still to come tonight.